Welcome back, friends, to some more Lord of the Rings Online. The last episode was quite epic. We went to the Drowned Treasury, and we met an old friend. So let's turn in the quest here to Bori.
Broin worries for nothing. Ziggleback is a fine weapon, and will serve us well.
What tidings do you bring from my friend? Broin is worried. He has been through much hardship, but he must realize that the glory that awaits us. We are so near to casting the orcs out of Moria that I can taste it. We cannot stop now that we have the means for victory. Do you not know the story of Azog? I will not recount it for you now, for it is grim, but know that Mazog, spawn of his spawn, is surely hewn from the same block as he, terrible and merciless. More of our scouts have returned, and they believe that they have found the location of Mazog's fortress. It is in a place called Zabagathol in Nudmelek. One such scout, Glumur, is located near Zabagathol. Travel to Nudmelek and speak with him. So not quite ready to travel to Nudmelek yet. We still have to finish up some other regions in Moria. So what I'm going to be doing this episode is actually one of the first 6-man instances in Moria. I'm going to be doing the Grand Stairs over in the Red Horn Lode since I finished most of the quests there for now. So some of these instance quests are stacked and layered on top of each other, such that it's very confusing to pick up all the quests. This guy is just a repeat of the Drowned Treasury instance, so not going to be doing that. So there are many quests at the Grand Stairs, and I will show you how to actually unlock all of them. Let me actually remove this from my tracker for now. Alright, so I think I speak with this guy, if I'm not mistaken.
We have little time to speak. Great events have been set in motion.
No, I don't think this is it. This is for another instance.
Abide here a moment and speak with me.
That's another instance as well. So I think it's actually this guy back here.
Stand and speak with me.
Yes.
The fate of Khazad-dûm hangs in the balance.
So basically, this quest is going to open up another quest that's going to open up more quests that will open up more quests, and eventually you're just going to have a page full of quests here for the Grand Stairs. So let's go ahead and start picking up some of these. My scouts have sent me rumors of a foe named Mazog giving orders to the forces of evil in Moria. I would hazard a guess that they mean to make war against the east, burning through the forest as they go. This must not be allowed to take place, not while I draw breath, nor any of the dwarves here in Moria. Too long have we been exiled from this place, and too long will we suffer the elves, if the elves are harmed because we were away. I have sent my brothers below to scout 2 locations in which we have seen greater numbers of orcs. The first of them is at the Orc Watch, southwest of here. You will want to go there and speak with J.R.R, the eldest. My second brother is at Anazamrikim, and he goes by the name of Palmar. The youngest, Tater, is somewhere in God, I hate pronouncing that one. Anazarmikim. When you have done all that they ask, return to me. Alright. So, I believe now what we do
You have
is
seen naught of Durin's bane.
I can head
Be
over
wary if you journey into Moria.
to the Orc
Abide
Watch.
here a moment and speak with me.
Let me see if I can get my right travel skill here. My god, I always forget which one it is. There we go. So once you pick up that quest, you're gonna have a bunch that actually open up in the Orc Watch area. Okay. So let me get on my goat just for facility here. Then I'll speak with this fine gentleman, J.R.R.
We have seen naught of Durin's bane. Be wary if you journey into Moria.
So that quest I picked up in the 21st hall allows me to pick up this quest, and you can see that after I speak with him, I'm gonna get a bunch of other quests that are gonna open up. Narfi was wise to send us help. We have been watching the Grand Stair for some time, and I fear that we are woefully outnumbered. I have split our numbers. Myself, Oser, and Thithrand have placed our focus on different forces arrayed within the Grand Stairs. When all our tasks are complete, I will vouch for you with Narfi, and we will lay claim to this area once again. Until that time, however, there is much to explain. Within the Grand Stair are 5 tribes of orcs and trolls. There are those from beyond Khazad-dûm, the White Hand, and the Warg Riders. I have set Thithrand to the task of tracking their movement. The second are the deep-dwelling forces of trolls and orcs of fire. Oser watches over this host. Lastly, there are the Moria orcs, flocking to Egosh the Fanatic, a lieutenant of Mazog. Egosh has collected wealth untold at his throne at the crest of the Grand Stair. I know not what he will do with the treasure, but I know that there must be a way to lay claim to it all. When we are satisfied that the tasks set before you here at the Grand Stair are complete, I will send you back to Narfi at the 21st Hall. Alright, and again, that opens up all those quests.
If we are to find Mithril in Khazad-dûm, we will first have to deal with the orcs.
I have watched the comings and goings of the orcs here and come to know that there are two great notes. The first is Egosh, a fanatical leader who is pledging to serving Mazog. He rules the Grand Stairs and uses the Devoted, the second of these orcs of note, to keep his troops cowed. Egosh collects great tributes from the orc tribes and stores them in his throne room. He coerces them into delivering more of this tribute to him in an effort to play them against one another and to gain wealth for his master. I have paid closer attention on this foe so that we might ruin his power and drive him from the Grand Stair. There are two tasks I would have you complete to satisfy my call for assistance. Will you aid me? So that opens up more quests, and you can just see how this just branches on forever.
We have little time to speak. Great events have been set in motion.
I know little of Egosh, only that he is followed without question, and that his Devoted seems to be nothing more than an ordinary weak-willed orc. The two of them clutch the many tribes with an iron fist, commanding and taking at will, always unchallenged. Egosh commands his forces from on high, and the path to him should be clear. Climb the old bridges up to the highest platform. There I suspect he will sit vainly upon his crude throne. But beware, his Devoted will be keeping watch along the way. Make your way northeast if you're Kippen. There you should enter the Grand Stair and defeat Egosh and his Devoted. But be wary, for the stair climb is high. A false step will be your doom. Only sure-footed folk should risk the excursion. May the paths of the dwarves guide your feet well.
If we are to find Mithril in Khazad-dûm, we will first have to deal with the orcs.
Egosh's throne days is patrolled by his master guard. These orcs seem to be of the same breed found throughout Khazad-dûm, but are stronger and more deadly. We must be diligent in dealing with these orcs, lest they bring their war plans to fruition. You will find the orcs beyond the bridges of the Grand Stairs northeast of the Orc Watch.
What foul and nameless things we face in Moria, I know not.
Warg riders make their way through the mountainous passes and crags of the Misty Mountains. It is no surprise that they have thrown their lot in with the Moria orcs, but this is an alliance that cannot be allowed to remain. I have two tasks for you, regarding the Warg riders of Moria. Will you hear me out? Some more branching out.
We can only hope that Durin's Bane sleeps deeply.
Among the Warg riders I watched enter the Grand Stair, I saw many scouts who made certain that the host was neither followed nor traps laid before them. Among the full entourage also walked trainers, whipping and cursing at the youngest wargs who walked without riders. These forces must not be allowed to finish their goals. You must enter the Grand Stair northeast of the Orc Watch and defeat these enemies before they can complete their devious objectives.
I doubt that Lord Balin still lives.
One by one, orcs traveled up the hallways towards the entrance of the Grand Stair. At their head, riding a warg scarred by many battles, rode a banner-bearing goblin. I heard his name echoed from the forces as they cheered, seeing the entrance to their new home. Their tribute rested on litters dragged by other warg riders. Lothrock, the Vile, a scourge of the Misty Mountain and leader of the warg riders, entered at their head. Never have I seen such a terrifying beast ridden by such a confident goblin. They must be destroyed, and to accomplish this you must enter the Grand Stair northeast of the Orc Watch.
We can only hope that Durin's Bane sleeps deeply.
I have watched the orcs arriving from the south, and I tell you that they have no plans to remain loyal to the forces of Moria. They have intentions all on their own, and if given leave, may yet unseat the current leader here and take command of his forces for their own purposes. We cannot let this happen, so I must charge you with the task of thwarting them. Two tasks do I have, so listen well.
We can only hope that Durin's Bane sleeps deeply.
Reports from all throughout Khazad-dûm say that the orcs of the White Hand have no intention to kneel to Mazog, but they will come to the Grand Stairs offering their tribute to Egosh. Still, they stand among the orcs within Khazad-dûm. When you breach the Grand Stair northeast from the Orc Watch, seek to defeat the White Hand orcs where they stand. There are many of these foes to be found within. the lesser, simpler being akin to their master in many ways. Be cautious and decisive in your assault, Kippen.
What foul and nameless things we face in Moria, I know not.
The leaders of the White Hand are a pair of powerful Uruk-hai, a breed of orc I have never seen before. They wield the power of shadow and strength enough to knock even the sturdiest dwarf off his feet. Nardur and Ilskal, those are their names. I heard as I watched them argue all the way to the mouth of the Grand Stair. Each of them spoke in a hushed whisper, growing loud enough at times to make out words betrayal and assault. Whether they mean to make war on Egosh is unclear, but it should be noted that it would be less difficult to dispose of Egosh if they were not present. You will find Nardur and Ilkal in the Grand Stair northeast of the Orc Watch. Alright, so I got one more dwarf to help out down here. And of course he's going to branch off some quests as well.
Stand and speak with me. The fate of Khazad-dûm hangs in the balance.
My charges include the trolls and orcs of fire. Watching over them as I do, I must ask that you complete the tasks I lay before you with regard to each. The trolls of the deep are unique in that they are savage and brutal as any other troll, but they require handlers to keep them in line, preventing them from entering such a terrible frenzy that will kill without thought and merit. Therein lies the strength of our assault. Of course, there is also the matter of the great foe among these trolls.
We have seen naught of Durin's bane. Be wary if you journey into Moria.
In my earliest moments here at the Orc Watch, I knew that there were terrible things in the deep. I heard rumblings through the walls, and then one night as I stood outside the Grand Stair to the northeast, I heard drums, giant drums carried by goblin slaves, pounded in a terrible rhythm by other goblin slaves, all under the watch of an Uruk handler with a sharp brand. These goblins also carried a massive litter, and on that litter slept the massive troll. It's just heaved in time with the drum beats, and I could see a massive scar on its chest. As I watched, one of the goblins lost its footing and slid into the depths below along with the drum on its back. The other goblins stopped drumming, and without warning the troll leapt awake and began slaughtering the goblins. Only after a moment of poking and violence administered by the Uruk did the beast quiet. The drumming began anew and the troll fell back into slumber. Whether it is a gift or a weapon to be used against Egosh, it must be destroyed. Enter the Grand Stair and find this beast. When you have accomplished this task, return to me.
Abide here a moment and speak with me.
My responsibilities include dealing with the Gashai and the trolls of the deep. Watching over them as I do, I must ask that you complete the tasks that lay before you with regard to each. The fire orcs fill the forges in the depths near Anazamakim, and their appearance here confirmed that tribute is being paid to the leader of the orcs in Moria, Mazog. I have 2 tasks that must be met to ensure that their war host is crippled and their numbers lowered in this place. Complete these tasks within the Grand Stair, and you will earn a measure of my respect.
Abide here a moment and speak with me.
While the Gashai proved to be a potent foe, they too have leaders, and theirs made his way into the Grand Stair some time ago. The Gashai tend to gather near flame. When you make your way to the Grand Stair, search for a source of flame, and there you will find their leader, Gothgosh. Find him and destroy him, so that we might more easily remove the foe from the Grand Stair. Travel to the northeast of the Orc Watch and find the entrance to the Grand Stair.
Stand and speak with me. The fate of Khazad-dûm hangs in the balance.
The Gashai are terrible creatures, bred to harness and enjoy the touch of flame. At least that is what I surmise about these orcs. They glow like torches against the silent dark walls of Khazad-dûm, and I have seen many terrible foes enter the Grand Stair. We must do what we can to thin their numbers and destroy their hold in the depths. Enter the Grand Stairs to the northeast of the Orc Watch and hunt down their numbers.
If we are to find Mithril in Khazad-dûm, we will first have to deal with the orcs.
Watching the Grand Stairs as I have, I can tell you that the troll handlers keep the trolls from entering terrible frenzies. At least this is the case with the beast, but there is no reason to think that any other troll is not capable of the same terror. The handlers of the Uruks are the Uruks, and they strengthen the trolls which they watch over. I think that thinning their numbers may turn the trolls into something of a weapon against the other war hosts assemble of the Grand Stairs. If not, then we have still rid the world of a few Uruks. Grand Stairs lie to the northeast of here. Be careful, Kippen. Alright, so I'm gonna spend like all episode just reading quests. I don't know why I dismounted here. As always, you can pull this up from the instance finder, but for cinematic purposes, I do like to ride there. And it's really not too far away, if I remember correctly. This instance is kind of mazy a little bit, so it's easy to get lost, and there's a few dynamics that have a time limit within the instance, so you kind of have to know what you're doing a little bit. Now there's also a couple of quests in the 21st Hall, I believe. The 21st Hall has instances for, or quests for all the 6 instances here that cycle depending on what day of the week it is. So depending on the weekday, you may get some Grand Stair quests or some forges or some of the other instances. So it's gonna take several runs for me to actually do all the quests here in the Grand Stairs. But for now, I'm just gonna run through, do as many of the quests that I can, and then I will come back to this at some point. As always, you can go to my completionist checklist at renaissancegaming.net/lotro.html. Scroll down to the instances and you will see what I'm missing and what I have accomplished in the Grand Stairs. There's a ton of deeds in there as well that I'm gonna have to work on at some point, but not right away. Alright, so I need to find a way northeast of here. I feel like I need to be up above somewhere. On the other side of this mountain range. This looks promising though. Let me come up through here. Actually, up through here. So yeah, that was a ridiculous amount of quests, but I think I have them all. Minus the weekday-based ones from the 21st Hall. So this looks very promising, I think. Headed in the right direction here. Maybe not. Dang it. So looks like there's a campfire over here, maybe. Let's see if I can get to the right place. That's very weird. It's all the way up there, but how do I get up there? I don't know how I get up there. Might have to do a little bit of editing here if I get lost for too long. It looks like from the side there. Okay, so from down here it looks like. Just had to step back and take a look, I guess. And I take that back. There's one more quest that I do need to pick up still. And I'll pick it up momentarily here at the campfire. Alright, I've discovered the Gate of Ruin. Excellent. So, these instances here in Moria, there are class quests that will pertain to them. And if you're not of the class that the quest pertains to, you still get a quest to help somebody of that class.
Could I speak with you a moment?
So, the Path of the Trapper lending a hand. Greetings, Kippen. There are many hunters who seek the Path of the Trapper, but not all can accomplish their task alone. You should seek to aid your fellow hunters along their path. The greatest danger your fellow will face is at the Grand Stair. Go now, prove your honor. Alright. So now I am officially ready to go in here. So I will find a fellowship and I will meet you guys on the inside.
In elder days, this place once served as a grand portal to many levels and halls within Moria. But since the ruin of Moria, it has become a den of many orc tribes. Marzog, he who rules the orcs of Moria, exacts his tribute here through his minion, Egosh.
Alright, so let's start this instance up. I got a level 113 captain from my kinship who's going to be helping out. He was eating some ribs. but I think now we're ready to roll. It's a really fun instance. I really enjoy it. And you can do some quick runs of it, but to do a full clear, there are several branch points here. Look here, Nardor. Spittle-licking warg riders, worthless wretches, riding curs. Curs and wretches? Remember, Uruk, you are a guest of Gosthrog. Best you remember that, lest you find yourself cast in the deep dark. Hold your tongue, maggot, or you will raise my ire and force my hand. Listen well to your brethren, or you shall learn the true meaning of fear. The White Hand tires of this ruse, and its time is at hand, Nardor. You will know the meaning of terror. Feed me your fear. Fool, Sharku will have your head for this. Now we must attack these orcs. You worry too much, Nardor. What is this? You see the intruders, Nardor? Ready our forces. I will ready our troop. Ilskal, Igash's devoted, will fall to my blade and we will claim the tribute of the White Hand. You have 10 minutes. Go now, Nardor. Make ready for battle. Moria will fall to the White Hand. Come, creatures, come and face death. Come face fear. Face me. So you have 10 minutes to chase down Nardor and fight him before he meets a terrible fate. So we'll see. You will come to know terror.
White Hand orcs. I smell a rat in our midst. Put your weapons away!
This guy's really not doing as much damage as I thought he would, but that's alright. I think we'll be okay here. There you go. So there's gonna be some deeds here, of course. Let me just remind this guy that we need to kill Nardor within 10 minutes. Although I said that in regular chat instead of fellowship chat. I got my timer so I can kind of keep an eye on things. It's getting quite chaotic here. Lots of orcs. So Nardor is the other way, that's why I was reminding this guy. Otherwise, we'll miss the opportunity to kill him. We can always come back to this area. Now let me try to damage this guy a little bit. Do a desolation on him. Alright. So Nardor, I think he's over this way, if I'm not mistaken. It's been many years since I've done this. And I kind of want to say, I really don't know. I think he's down here. We shall see, though. So I found the High Peak Kennel report. So he's just going Leroy here. We're trying to find Nardor. But I don't think he's this way. I think we may have gone past him. He might be up that way, though. I don't know. I'm just gonna follow the leader here so I don't die. might be this way. This looks promising. According to my clock, we still got about 6 minutes left here. So we should be good. So I'm not entirely sure how to open this. Might have to kill one of the bosses. I don't know. I really don't know. Is that him down there? Doesn't look like it. Maybe over here. No. I don't know where he is. But this does look promising. There's a lot of Urukai down there. There he is. So he's down there. Just a matter...
Watch the white hand closely, my devoted. I see mutiny in their eyes.
I think it's actually down through those wargs. I'm pretty sure you have to go through the wargs. See, because I think the warg kennels are like right under me, and then we can take these stairs up. So let's try that. Yeah, see, we go across here. We need to get this gate to open. Oh, he left me to like fend for myself here. He's just going full Leroy. Let me see if I can do some healing gambits. I can try to stay alive. Whoa, what's going on? I think I pressed the wrong button somewhere in there. Do a little bit of damage. Gonna be cutting it close as far as defeating that boss on time. Alright. Was there a boss in here? My god. Anyways, let's keep going. It's up through here. We need to get there quickly. Got a few more minutes here. Let's just go for it. Let's just go for it. Orc blood or high elf blood will be slain by my blades. Man, this is chaotic. I love it. Just gonna keep doing some AoEs. Fairly effective, I guess. There we go. Let me do a little bit of damage here. So there he is. I assure you, worms, my death will not come as easily as his.
Give me some room.
There you go. Let me try to take care of these guys while he works on the main guy. Let me do this guy real quick.
Give me some room.
So he is working on him. He got a nice damage boost from his buffs here that he's giving me as a captain. There we go. Excellent. There are some chests here. Hopefully I have enough inventory space to do all the loot here. Take the beast drum. I don't need that. So let me see what's in here. Scroll on those. Pass on that junk. So let's go back to the beginning and start clearing some of the other bosses. Now the challenge for this instance, you can't kill some of the side bosses, but obviously to get all the quests and the full clear, I am going to be killing all the bosses. What have we here? Forzunk, not orcs. Well, Forzunk, let us get to the meat of the young. Let's get more meat for the young, sorry. So he does dismount at some point, and I think it's best to kill the warg first because it has less HP. Lots of ads here. You can see how much fun this instance is if you're doing it on level. Probably one of my favorite aspects of all of Moria was all of these instances here.
His body. Take his tribute to the master of Moria.
Alright, excellent. So, more junk here. And let me go ahead and loot the chest as well, because I think there's a Moria token in there. Yeah, Medallion of Moria. Is he going the right way? Is he going back towards the start? Hopefully. This instance is very messy, as you can see. Oh no, he went back this way. We need to go... We're going the wrong way. It's this way. This way, sir. And up through here. On the left. I think he's following behind. Oh no, he went ahead. He went ahead. He went ahead. Hold on. Let me go try to fetch him. I don't want him to go straight to the final boss. But I don't know if this is looping around. Oh yeah, this looped around. Interesting, okay. So I guess those drawbridges kind of opened up after we killed some of the bosses. And that way we don't have to backtrack. We can just continue ahead. There we go. This is where I was trying to get. He knew better than I did. I doubted him. Makes me a fool. So there's gonna be a boss up here, and there's gonna be a boss down there. So I guess let's start over here. I can't wait to come back and try to solo these instances. Once I'm coming here for the deeds and everything, that should be fun. Even if it's easy and I'm over leveled, it should be a lot of fun. Because you can see how chaotic it gets. Killing you will earn me great favor with Egosh. My tribute will be returned, and the Gashai will earn the great favor amongst the orcs. Come, little things, come to your slaughter. So you gotta be careful with the wounds here, because they do a ton of damage. Try to AoE these guys down here. Let me put a bleed on the boss, that way he's getting some damage over time. So you can see that bleed. Or it's a wound, I think. Does a ton of damage. Let me see about this guy. And there's like a venting fumarole here. Not sure what the fumarole does. I'm sure it's buffing the boss somehow.
Goblins, Gothgash is slain. Take his troop to Mordor. The Gashai pay their due.
There we go. So, lots of check marks next to quests. That's what I like to see. Most definitely. So let's head down this way. You gotta be very careful here, because the trolls can knock you off the stairs to a very deep precipice and to certain death. And you don't want that, see? He's gotta be careful there. I'm sure he knows. One way is to go all the way down here, that way you don't have to worry about getting knocked off. It's not a bad strategy, I would say. Oh, his Oathbreaker went down, though. That was actually kind of funny to see. Oh. So we got a handler here. Of course, there is that quest for me to kill handlers. Perfect. Let's keep moving. There's several groups here to pull. He's just gonna grab everything and go towards the boss. Now, there's the beast and also the beast tamer. So if somebody in your fellowship can play the drums, they can play this and the beast will stay asleep. The goblins... Hold on. The goblins speak truth. The beast stirs with the soothing sound of the drums. Even now it stirs no matter to me. I would gladly share a meal with such... Meals such as you with my pet. Prepare yourself morsels. Without the drums the beast will wake, then death will swiftly come. You will be meat for the beast. Let dread be my shield, feed me your resolve. Sorry, I'm trying to like read, and that way I'm not actually like fighting. But yeah, if you have somebody in your fellowship that can play the drums, they can just play this the whole time, and then the beast will just stay awake, or asleep, I mean. And you can see the beast actually looks pretty sweet. Look at that thing. Put some bleeds on him. So when he says that, ideally you want to move away because he's gonna do a ton of damage. But you can just power through it if you want. Alright, let me put some more bleeds on him. There you go. And let's throw down some more gambits. Excellent.
Falls. Deliver its tribute to Mazog, the master of Moria.
So let's go ahead and open this. Alright. I do like the housing items, of course. Don't need that necklace. Okay. Let me take a look at the quest here. Still gotta kill that guy, I don't know. Oh, I think I gotta use like a horn somewhere for him. I think I have to use a horn to actually summon this boss. So let me spam my delete key as we make our way through here. So there are some of the meta quests. Yeah, most of these are the meta quests, the ones that don't have the green check mark. There's this one as well. I'm missing some lurkers and some enforcers. But let me just follow the leader for now. There's a lurker for sure. And this is towards the final boss here, so we're probably gonna have to go back and do something. You have no place in Moria. I will splatter your guts. Oh my god, that text is going fast. And color my boots with your blood. Fight you slugs. You may see favor from Egosh. For their tribute, I shall draw their strength and paint the walls with your innards. Die. Matu Mu'uluk. If you bring him out a bit too much, then he will reset, so be careful with that.
His tribute is to be delivered to Mazog.
So you can loot the devoted.
The wrath of darkness. Looks like I found a break in your armor.
This is Egosh, the final boss here.
Let the darkness crush you.
Got wrecked there. That's fine. That's fine. I'm not mad.
Suffer the wrath of
There you go.
darkness.
Excellent. If you loot his body, he does have a quest item. Alright. I don't want that hat. I do want that trinket. And I don't really want much of anything else. I don't know what this... Oh, Starlit Crystal. Of course I know what that is. Okay. Excellent. So there is a quest item. All that is left of Egosh is a dry and vile husk. As the body was nothing more than a shell, you collect a small piece of this husk, which might be studied further. Perhaps you should deliver it to Narfi at the 21st Hall. Alright, excellent. Let me see if I can get the hunter boss as well. I don't know exactly how this boss works for that hunter quest, but we'll do a little sweep here and go from there. Might be down here. I didn't know there was more stuff still. Let me go blast those guys. Let's see if we can open this or if it's gonna be locked. Hopefully not. Oh, it is locked. That sucks. Spamming my delete key here, trying to find this horn. I may just be pulling that out of thin air. I don't even know if you have to use like a summoning horn. I'm just going off of vague memory here. I want to say that there's a horn somewhere and you blow on it and a boss comes out and that's how you do it. But I may be completely wrong. Let's see, which way do I want to go? I think maybe here. I really don't know. Might have to look it up real quick on my phone or something. This is where the throne is. Let me look it up real quick. I'll edit this. Alright guys, so I got a bit of bad news. This is what I'm supposed to interact with right here, this corpse for that quest. This hunter quest here, Path of the Trapper, lending a hand. However, there's a bit of a problem. Apparently I cannot start this quest on my own. I can't do it on my own. I actually need a hunter here that has the quest so he can start the quest. So that's very annoying, and that's gonna make it very, very difficult for me to be ever able to do these quests, because basically what that means is I'm gonna have to find a hunter who has not done the quest yet that is willing to go pick up the quest and do it and invite me. It's gonna be a mess, so this is gonna rot in my quest log for a while here, but otherwise I think I am done here in the Grand Stairs. So let me head back to the Orc Watch. And then let me turn in all the ones that I can. Alright, so done with that. And actually, I'm going to do a little bit more editing because I need to clear my inventory before I start turning in all these quests because I don't have any room. So let me see if I can find a vendor here. There we go. I'll be right back.
The orcs.
Alright, let's go ahead and turn in some quests. I cleared out my inventory a little bit.
It is said that Durin's Bane dwells here, though we have not seen it.
It is good to know that the White Hand orcs meant to betray the other orcs, and better still that you were able to cull so many. The Grand Stairs may yet be returned to its former glory thanks to your efforts. I'm probably gonna level up from turning all these quests in.
Balin came, but we have heard no word from him.
I will sleep better knowing that this foe will not grow in power. I confess that I was shaken some when I saw that foe ride up through the dark tunnels and into the Grand Stair. Now I need worry no more, thanks to your efforts, Kippen.
Balin came, but we have heard no word from him.
You have done well to defeat this foe. I am certain that this goblin was one of the strongest I have ever seen. To think that all these foes were preparing to assault Lothlorien. Your efforts will prove to be of great worth, I think, Kippen. And there it is. I am level 67 now. Let me go ahead and do a quick reforge here.
The orcs of Moria have much to account for.
Let's do that. And actually, let me see if I have another award and something here. Doesn't look like it. Every other class except my own. That's alright. Let me turn in more quests.
It is said that Durin's Bane dwells here, though we have not seen it.
The defeat of these foes will prove a great boon to us. No longer will the Warg Riders think so highly of the protection offered by the so-called King of the Moria Orcs. Your efforts are much appreciated, Kippen. Well, I guess now that I leveled up, all of these are no longer green, so I'm not going to be getting experience from them. Which is alright.
Dark things dwell now in Moria.
The betrayal of Nardur and Ilk's Call remains unknown to the Moria Orcs, but we have bested a terrible foe within Khazad-dûm. This will provide us with a strong position should the White Hand return here in the future.
If it were not for the prospect of finding Mithril, I would not have come here.
Your efforts against the White Hand are complete, and I am grateful for it. Alright, before I speak with the main dwarf here, let me actually head down and speak with the one just down the stairs.
The shadow of Mordor will not long fill the halls of Khazad-dûm.
An incredible success and effort, Kippen. I can only imagine that the battle was difficult, but you succeeded, and that is all that matters. I tell you, never have I seen a troll with such a terrible skill and power, and yet you have bested the beast. You are truly a potent warrior.
These halls will be great once more.
With the head of the tribe removed, we should be able to keep the power of the Gashai at bay. This is very good news, Kippen. We shall reclaim the Grand Stair in no time.
May Durin return soon to his halls.
Fine news, friend. This is a step towards crushing the host assembled in the Grand Stairs. I am pleased to learn this.
These halls will be great once more.
You have earned much respect by fulfilling these requests, Kippen. I know now that we will see this effort through to fruition, and the elves will have no need to know of the great threat that they face from the orcs in Khazad-dûm.
The shadow of Mordor will not long fill the halls of Khazad-dûm.
A pity that the trolls did not become so irate that they made battle against the other tribes in the Grand Stair, but still, there are fewer Uruks there now, and perhaps the trolls, now leaderless, will be easier to remove. You have done well, friend.
May Durin return soon to his halls.
I'm pleased to know that the trolls are weakened. This news will please all who hear it. You have done very well, friend. Alright. Man, that is a lot of quests. It's ridiculous. I love it though, I love quests. And I love when instances are filled with them.
The time has come to drive forth the orcs from our kingdom.
I hope that this challenge did not prove too difficult for you, Kippen. Egosh indeed does draw strength from those within the Grand Stair, assuming their skills while they still live. This would make him a terrible foe to face, I am certain, but how else can we obtain the tribute he maintains if not by defeating him whilst all the others still live? For now, I'm grateful that you have defeated this terrible enemy. Let me go ahead and reforge again.
We will reclaim Khazad-dûm for dying Ironfoot.
Alright.
May Durin return soon to his halls.
With their numbers dwindling, it will not be long before the Moria Orcs are not more than a memory in this area. Your efforts are exemplary, Kippen, and you will be known throughout these halls as a hero to all. I thank you for the efforts thus far. And another reforge here.
Durin's folk will defy Durin's bane.
Alright.
The time has come to drive forth the orcs from our kingdom.
Aye, the tasks are done. The Moria Orcs are weaker, and your efforts will grant us the ability to keep a closer watch on these forces. Once you have completed the tasks for Thithrand and Osir, I will send word to Narfi that the orcs of the Grand Stairs are no longer a threat.
Dwarves must fight for dwarves.
Though the Grand Stair still remains a pale reflection of its former glory, the threat posed by the enemy here is diminished greatly. I do not think that they can effectively mount an offensive from this location. I will send word to Narfi that you have assisted us most well, Kippen. This duty will not go unrecognized. Alright, so finally I need to head back to the 21st Hall and turn in a couple of quests there. So let me see if I can swift travel over there. Can't believe I'm 67 already. It's crazy. Alright, so up here.
Dwarves must fight for dwarves.
So again, this is the desiccated whatever that I picked up from the boss. I have never seen such a thing, but the fire you describe in this creature's eye is well known to me as it is to Palmar. My agent watching the forges of Khazad-dûm says that he has seen the same look within the eyes of the leader there. I wonder if there is something unseen happening with these orcs, something more vile than the smell these beasts typically give off. Make your way to Palmar and tell him what you have found. Perhaps he can give you more insight as to what this is and what it means. So this one we will continue when we do the forges. So I think for now we're actually done with these quests. So next up, I think I will continue with some of these Flaming Deep quests and this quest. So next up, I will meet you back in the Flaming Deep. So I do hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.